In part one of Dave's dream, we visited the Mungenast Classic Museum to see their awesome collection of Honda cars. And now, let's check out their vintage Honda motorcycles. I'm here with Dave Larson, who in 1965 was Dave Mungenast's first employee, and you guys opened up the first shop together.
We did.
Dave Larson deserves a lot of credit because he is not only our historian, but he is a saver of material, and thank God he was all those years. I used to think, why are you saving that? Why are you saving that? Now I know.
Well, tell us a little bit about this XL 750R.
This is a 1983 V-twin, shaft-driven, fine motorcycle. Dave put many miles on this.
So Dave was one of the first adventure bike guys, and this is kind of the great-grandfather of today's Africa Twin.
That's correct, and Dave was a real adventure-type guy. This is our initial order from January of 1965. You could buy 2 Cub Hondas for $322 at that time.
I see you got a couple mini trails over here. This was my first Honda.
That was many, many folks' first Honda, and this was a true godsend from American Honda, especially for us Midwestern dealers, because this was the first product we had that sold in the wintertime, and more importantly, sold at Christmas time.
So let me ask you this. Did a lot of the kids that had these back in the day, did they kind of graduate and go on to bigger Hondas later in life?
Absolutely, Charles. Not only in the motorcycle area, but later became Honda Civic customers.
Dave, you've got the first 750 Superbike. This was voted Motorcycle of the Century.
Absolutely. That revolutionized the whole large displacement motorcycle world. Beautiful, humming 4-cylinder engine, electric start, zoom at the touch of a button, very quiet, and no oil leaks.
And the first production front disc brake, that was kind of a big deal.
It was a big deal, and with the speed these things would attain, they needed that front brake.
Wow. And over here, we've got the legendary CBX. The Honda engineer, Iri Manjiri, developed this to sound like a jet engine.
Absolutely, and it certainly did. This is just a massive 6-cylinder motor, produces lots of instant horsepower.
Besides Honda building a great superbike, they kind of cornered the market on touring with this first Goldwing. Tell us about this bike.
They did. They made this motorcycle with a wonderful flat 4-cylinder motor, quiet as could be, almost vibration-free. As a sales point, we would put a nickel on the cylinder head, rev up the engine, and it stayed just as steady as could be.
Oh my gosh, where did you get that thing?
That came from a swap meet in San Diego.
And so that's a little retrofit motor that Mr. Honda made available for people to put on their bicycles?
It is. Kind of hard to imagine that the giant corporation started with a small little product like that.
They turned me loose in here and I found a great 80s collection. We got an 89 Transalp, the father of the Africa Twin. Over here, we've got the CBX, the touring version with the fairing and the bags. Over here, we've got an Interceptor. This is the F model with the big handlebars, real comfortable. And wow, an 82 CX 500T Turbo, the first Honda ever to have fuel injection and turbocharging. And oh my gosh, the ultimate superbike, a CB 1100F. This place has got everything. Hey, it's an early 4-stroke XL 250 Motosport. Dave rode one of these, right?
He sure did. He rode the Baja 1000 as well as the ISDT on a 72 prototype.
Amazing.
Dad always said that Honda was like family. After doing this for 40 years myself, I have to say I see what he means now.
Mr. Honda was a very warm and intelligent man. For all the years that we've been Honda dealers, you know, it was just like extended family. Here are my 2 favorite guys, my Dave and Mr. Honda.